Well, look what Ocasio-Cortez was hiding while saying she can't afford D.C. apartment. A Fox News report released Tuesday says that Congresswoman-elect Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez likely has more than enough money to afford a Washington, D.C. apartment. "I have 3 months without a salary before I'm a member of Congress, so how do I get an apartment?" Ocasio-Cortez told the New York Times last week. "Those little things are very real." Heavy check mark Ocasio 2018. There are many little ways in which our electoral system isn't even designed nor prepared for working class people to lead. This is one of them. Don't worry, by the way, we're working it out. The Fox News report shows that Ocasio-Cortez, a Democratic Socialist who ran to the left of and defeated long-term Democratic incumbent Joe Crowley in New York's 14th Congressional District, reported having between $15,001 and $50,000 in her checking account as of the end of April 2018, according to a financial disclosure report she submitted to the clerk of the U.S. House of Representatives. That appears to be much more than the average household. Theomandashia. Ocasio-Cortez is already living the socialist dream. She can't pay for an apartment and wants her tax-funded new salary early. She can get one. She could have saved $3,000 for a deposit by not buying a designer suit. Adulting is hard. She also disclosed a financial investment account worth between $1,001 and $15,000. Further, the incoming lawmaker has reportedly drawn $6,200 in salary from her campaign since August, the last reported withdrawal being $1,288.96 just 3 weeks before the election. It's certainly possible that Ocasio-Cortez spent the substantial amount of money she had on hand during the 3 months between April and when she began drawing from her campaign on necessary expenses. But if not, with a median rent of $2,700 in Washington, D.C., housing shouldn't be an issue between now and when she begins receiving her $174,000 annual salary next year. As further evidence that Ocasio-Cortez is nothing but a socialist puppet or attention-seeking person, is that he proved she has no answers or ideas on how socialism works and who will pay for all of this free healthcare. Coming from a woman who can't even plan for or manage to pay her rent, it all makes sense. We previously reported her response when asked about expensive Medicare for All plan. Democratic New York congressional candidate Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez is still struggling to explain how she expects to pay for her expensive Medicare for All plan. Ocasio-Cortez, who upset incumbent Rep. Joe Crowley in the Democratic primary, has repeatedly been unable to answer how she will pay for her socialistic policies. A study by the George Mason University Mercatus Center claims Medicare for All would cost $32.6 trillion in government spending over 10 years. During an interview with Jorge Ramos last Thursday, Ocasio-Cortez said she is puzzled that people keep asking her how the country can afford socialized medicine. "People often say, like, how are you going to pay for it? And I find the question so puzzling, because, how do you pay for something that's more affordable?" Ocasio-Cortez said. Ocasio-Cortez claimed that Medicare for All would be cheaper than the current health system is inaccurate. While the Mercatus Center study estimated drug prices would fall under Medicare for All, higher demand would still significantly drive up costs. "How do you pay for cheaper rent?" she said. "You just pay for it. You're paying more now.